Okay, so I've gone ahead and entered in my data and associated my groups. So now I want to show you the other part of what makes KO Sports so special and how to order. So the first thing we need to do is we need to indicate which images are going to need to be extracted from their backgrounds for any Knockout Sports templates or any Knockout Sports prints that you're going to be ordering. And so with the two-tier flyer that I'm using, I know that anyone ordering a package A, a package B, or a bonus item 2 is going to need to be knocked out. So I'm going to use my filter tools to do that now. So we come over here to packages, option, contains text, A, then click apply. Yeah, see I have one image that contains that, so I'm going to select that image. And then up above here, now we see we've got a couple new icons. We've got this green boxing gloves here. We also have got a green boxing gloves with a line through it. So the green boxing gloves, when I check that, you'll see now we've got this red KO in the lower right hand corner. That lets me know that this image is going to be knocked out and the subject will be extracted from that background. If I selected that by mistake, you need to uncheck that, if you will. We're just going to come back up here, and we're going to, after selecting the image, we'll click on Clear Knockout, and it will remove that. Alright, so go ahead and hit that option. I'm going to go now to my package B, apply, I got 2, select both those images, knockout, KO, got it, and 1 for that bonus item. And you see they're already marked for knockout, so I don't need to reapply that. So now I can clear that filter, and I can see these 3 images are going to be knocked out, while the other will not. So that's the first part of this. The next is, remember Geometrix Pro is a color and texture picker. So we're going to need to go in and select those now. So we'll do that by going into Edit, Set up Product Graphics. And now here, we're going to be looking at this soccer team here. So I'm going to choose a color that matches that. So I'm going to come down, we'll choose orange. The Geometrix Pro textures, we'll get the, let's do the diagonals. Impact Pro color for anybody not ordering extraction, we're going to choose orange as well. And the graphic we'll leave at none. And go to the next group. Do this a little bit faster here. I'm going to choose triangles. Get our royal blue here. And we're going to go with let's do angles.
Hey, can you do that? Can you do that cat?
Next group. Get our Kelly green here. We're going to choose hexagons. And football.
Oh, wow.
Triangles 2. Soccer. That's it. Now we're ready to go in and crop. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and high-res preload these knocked out images. So we can go ahead and get those off and get them knocked out while we finish up this order. And that way, when the package order is ready to submit, we can already be knocking those out and get those back with this order and get that through production as quickly as possible. Something to note with that knockout is once this is done, we will retain those knocked out images, those PNG files, for 45 days from when the order is knocked out. so that if you have any late reorders, some folks go, wow, I really like that, you want to order some more, you don't have to pay for the knockout again on that. So to start that knockout process, we're going to go up to Project, click on High-Res Preload Images. This here will ask you to put in your username and password. I've got an extra field up here because I'm on a special internal mode. The username and password is the username and password for hhcolorlab.com. That is what you're going to want to put in there and make sure those are case sensitive, so make sure they match. But anyway, so you go ahead and click continue and let that run, and it can run in the background while you do other things. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. But normally you would let that run, and we would see a progress bar, but you can let that run in the background while you finish up, maybe entering in some more data, collecting some late online orders, or now where we're going to go and crop that order. So come up here to crop all. And I'm doing this as a 3/4 length program, which is really where the Geometrix Pro templates shine, and any type of image that's going to be extracted and put on one of these backgrounds really looks best if it's a 3/4 length as opposed to full length. So I'm going to come in and probably about there. Get my head ovals line up here. And next, we got our team shots here. We'll center those up. Let me pull this up a little bit bigger so we can see. I'm going up to options and clicking on images per pane. I'm going to make that a little bit larger so we can see what we're doing here. So now we'll see with these are our 3x3 buttons for a Geometrix Pro template. We can see the image is going to go placed here, and we're using that as kind of a target for our cropping. So you can see here we've got a head oval alignment that says you want to place your head in this general vicinity so that it fills this general space here. So I'm going to do my best to fill that space. Just right click and drag towards and away from you to crop in and out, and left click and drag to reposition. Now something to note, when I have it centered in the head here, you can see his arm is getting just cut off barely. And while that looks okay here, you want to understand that that means where this box ends, that's also going to get cut off as well. So it would look like his arm is being cut off. So we want to be very conscious of that as we're cropping. That we slide it over just barely and make sure we're not cutting off the side of his arms on either side or the top of his head, because we don't want that to appear there. And then now that I've done that and been so diligent about that, I'm going to use my crop forward tool to apply that adjustment to our other button. And again, just a few minor adjustments to fill in that space without cutting them off. And you're going to have some fantastic looking buttons on the other side. Next, we've got someone's ordering an Impact Pro button with text. So this is one that is not being knocked out. This is one of our currently existing popular Pro Series templates. Now I'm going to do the next thing. These are our memory mates, and this is one of the products I really love about Geometrix Pro. We have this nice featured, extracted, individual player. The team is in the background, and in the foreground we've got some text lines and some feathered smoke elements to help really fill out dimension of that setting scene. And again, I'll use the head alignment guide here, making sure I'm not cutting off the elbow or the hands. And then I'm going to use my crop forward. I don't want his hands cut off, so I'm going to make him just a little smaller. There we go. Making sure he's not cut off on all of these sides. Next, Got another individual here who's ordering a menu meat, so we just crop that in.
So what we can do, okay. So we can open account.
Alright, and all three sides, we're good and good. And that's all of our cropping, so we'll go back to edit project.